welcome in your own chemistry class. We are studying chapter 4 chemical kinetics. In first chapter I have tell you, we have discussed about the rate of reaction. The rate of reaction R will be equal to plus minus dc or dc upon dt, where dc is the change in the concentration and dt was the time taken to change in the concentration. Plus and minus show the change means increase or decrease. Plus means increase in the concentration of the product and minus means the change in the, or we can say in decrease in the concentration of the reactants. And rate of reaction was expressed in three ways: R avg means R average, R initial means initial rate of reaction, and R instance means instantaneous rate of reaction. This is R average, R initial and R instantaneous. And what was the relation between the stoichiometric coefficient and the rate of reaction? In this video we will discuss about the factors affecting the rate of reactions and molecularity. Two topics will be discussed here. The first topic is factors affecting rate of reaction. So first of all, this is concentration. As we know that here, if time is constant, then R will be proportional to in the change in the concentration, or according to Guldberg's law or law of active mass, the R is directly proportional to the concentration of the reactants. If A plus B is equal to product, then the R will be directly proportional to concentration of A and concentration of B, means reactants. So as the concentration of reactants is high, then the rate of reaction should also be high. Is clear? Then the concentration, according to law of mass action, the rate of reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of the reactants. That is, R is directly proportional to concentration of the reactants. Hence, the concentration of reactant is high, then the rate of reaction also be high. Clear? First point is clear. Next, second factor is the nature of reactants. Reactants are of two types: ionic and covalent. As we have seen in last video, that the reactions are of three types: speed, instantaneous, or covalent, or very slow and slow. Then in that division we have seen that the ionic compounds or ionic reactions are very fast, while the covalent reactions are slow than the ionic compounds. Okay, so ionic reactants are converted into products at high speed than the covalent reactants. That is, ionic reactions proceeds at high speed than the covalent reactions. Clear? The next factor is the nature of solvents. Nature of solvents means the solvent is polar or non-polar. As we have seen, the ionic reactions are faster, and ionic reactions takes place in polar solvents like water. Okay, so the ionic or polar solvents like H2O, the reactions are faster, while in non-polar solvents like organic solvents means benzene, carbon tetrachloride, this is CCl4, ether, alcohol, etc., the reactions are slower. Okay, in polar solvents the reactions are faster, and non-polar solvents the reactions are slower. The next effect is effect of pressure. Very important factor, the effect of pressure. This actually depend upon the nature of the reaction. It is all depend on the delta n. Delta n means the change in the number of moles. As we have discussed in equilibrium chapter, there are three types of reaction. Delta n is equal to positive, delta n is equal to negative, and delta n is equal to 0. What is this is meaning? See, positive means we have discussed about the decomposition of PCl5 into PCl3 and Cl2. There is the number of moles is 1 and there is the number of moles of 2. So delta n is equal to number of moles of product into number of moles of reactants. Okay, so here 2 minus 1 means the answer will be 1. This is positive value. In this reaction, as we increase the pressure, According to Le Chatelier's law, when pressure is increased, the PCl5 and Cl2 are come in contact and make more PCl5. Measure means the reaction will be in backward direction, means the rate of forward reaction is decreased. Okay, means when delta N is positive, or we can say the number of moles of products are increased, then due to increase in pressure the rate of reaction is decreased. Okay, clear? So see, when delta N is positive, then as pressure increases the R decreases. Okay, now second is delta N is negative. Delta N is negative means N2 plus 3H2 is equal to 2NH3. Here the number of reactants are 4 and number of moles of product are 2. So delta N is equal to N product minus N reactant, means 2 minus 4, it is minus 2, means delta N is negative. In this reaction, as we increase the pressure, then N2 and H2 come in contact more and more and make more and more ammonia, means the rate of reaction is increased. So the reaction in which delta N is negative, on increasing the pressure the rate of reaction also increases. So in this delta N is negative, as P increases, change in R means rate of reaction also increases. But what happens when delta N is equal to 0? Delta N is equal to 0 means H2 plus I2 is equal to 2Hi. Here 2 moles of reactants and 2 moles of products. So delta N is equal to Np minus Nr. 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. There is no any change. So there is no any effect of pressure. No change in rate of reaction by increasing or decreasing the pressure. Clear? This is the important factor. The next factor is effect of catalyst. Effect of catalyst means the substance which increases the speed of the reaction without taking part in the reaction. So reaction takes place at higher speed in the presence of proper catalyst. Example, when ammonia is formed from the N2 and 3H2, Fe means iron is used as catalyst. SO2, oxidation of SO2 into SO3 is takes place in the presence of V2O5. It is catalyst. Actually, catalyst provides a new path in which more and more reactants converted into products. Hence, the rate of reaction is increased at a large extent. Okay, so according in the presence of catalyst, always the rate of reaction is increased. Okay, next point is effect of temperature. With the increase in the temperature, the rate of most of the reactions is increased. Why? Because of the, as kinetic energy increases, a kinetic energy of the reactants increases as temperature increases. So the reaction between the reactant molecules also increases and the product is formed more and more. With the increase in temperature by 10 Kelvin, the rate of reaction is increased by 2 to 3 times. This is known as the temperature coefficient. Means temperature coefficient is equal to Kt plus 10. K is the rate constant. At T temperature it is Kt, and when temperature is increased by 10 Kelvin means T plus 10, it is Kt plus 10. The ratio of these two rate constant is equal to 2 to 3, means rate is increased by 2 to 3 times. Okay, clear? Next factor is the effect of surface area. Surface area acts its own effect when the reaction is heterogeneous types. Heterogeneous type means when the reactants are not in same physical phase. In heterogeneous reactions, as the surface area of reactant increases, the rate of reaction also increases. When we use the reactants in finely powdered form, then the surface area of reactant is increased and the reaction takes place at high speed. For example, if we have to dissolve the NaCl in H2O, if we have large crystals of NaCl and the other student take powder of NaCl and dissolve, then powder of NaCl is dissolved in very fast speed while large crystal is not dissolved at a long time. So means when the surface area of reactant is increased, the rate of reaction also increase. To increase the rate of reaction, we have to take the reactants in finely powdered form. Okay, and the last effect is the effect of radiation. Effect of radiation: some reactions takes place in the presence of radiation at very high speed, and in absence of radiation the rate of reaction becomes too slow that the reaction becomes very slow reaction. For example, reaction of H2 and Cl2. H2 plus Cl2 reacts with each other in the presence of H2. H2 means sunlight, to form HCl. If HNO is absent, the reaction becomes too slow that it seems that reaction is not taking place. Just like photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means CO2 plus H2 in the presence of chlorophyll and HNO. HNO means sunlight. Glucose and oxygen is obtained. If HNO is not present, the speed of photosynthesis becomes very slow. Means it is important that we can say that this reaction takes place in the presence of sunlight or any radiation. So these are the factors affecting the rate of reaction. The next topic is molecularity. Molecularity. Molecularity means the number of total moles in any balanced reaction. Balanced chemical reaction is called its molecularity. Means, just for example, H2 plus Cl2 is equal to 2HCl. It is the balanced chemical reaction. Here the total number of reactant is 1 and 1 means 2. So its molecularity is 2. Second example, hydrolysis of ester, 1 and 1. 2 molecules taking part in this reaction. So its molecularity is also 2. 2 N2O5 is equal to 4 NO2 plus O2. Here also 2 molecules are taking part in the reaction. So its molecularity is also 2. H2 plus Br2 is equal to 2 HBr. Here also 2 molecules are taking part in the reaction. So its molecularity is also 2. 2 NH3 is equal to P in the presence of Pt, N2 and 3 H2 are obtained, means a decomposition of ammonia. Here 2 molecules are taking part, so its molecularity is also 2. Thus it is a theoretical value and can be obtained from the balanced chemical reaction. It cannot be be negative or any fraction value, because in balanced reaction there is no any negative. It also cannot be 0. 0 means there is no any reactant. If there is no any reactant, how the reaction will take place? So it cannot be 0, it cannot be negative, and it cannot be fractional part also. It is always a complete number, a whole number, and can be obtained by the any balanced chemical reaction. Clear? Bimolecular reaction. Bimolecular reactions means in which the molecularity is 2. Okay, now see some examples of unimolecular and trimolecular reactions. Unimolecular reactions means the molecularity is 1. For example, decomposition of ammonium nitrite. Ammonium nitrite on thermal decomposition is decomposed into N2 plus 2H2. Means there only one molecule taking place, so its molecularity is 1. It is unimolecular reaction. Decomposition of H2O2 is into H2 and half O2. Here is also only one molecule is taking place, so its molecularity is also 1. It is unimolecular reaction. Some examples of trimolecular reactions: 2 NO2 plus O2 is equal to 2 NO2, means the oxidation of NO. It is a trimolecular reaction. Oxidation of SnCl2 by the FeCl3. It is also 3. Its molecularity is also 3. 2 plus 1. So it is trimolecular reaction. 2 FeCl3 plus SnCl2 is equal to 2 FeCl2 plus SnCl4. Formation of Tilden's reagent NOCl. 2 NO plus Cl2 is equal to 2 NOCl. 2 NO and 1 Cl2, means 3 molecules are taking place here. For same SO2 plus O2, 2 SO2 are taking part in oxidation and oxidized by only 1 mole of O2 in the presence of V2O5, then 2SO3 is formed. It is also a trimolecular reaction. So these are the trimolecular reaction in which molecularity 3. This is the unimolecular reaction, means in which molecularity is 1, and these are the bimolecular reactions in which molecularity is 2. Generally the molecularity of the any reaction is generally maximum 3. The reaction in which the molecularity is more than 3, these are always the complex reaction. I think that you can understand the factors affecting the rate of reaction and what is molecularity. Thank you.